Hello, can y'all see me this time? Because I literally I literally started doing this for like 5 minutes and my Wi-Fi something was wrong with my Wi-Fi and now I'm wondering if okay. So yeah, it seems like you're still not seeing me. Oh, goodness. I don't know what's going on. See, I'd like to have this hardwired into my Ethernet. Um Like, I literally started all of this and then it was like nobody was there. Hi. Okay. Why are they saying that they can't see me? Oh, technology. It's we just got out of Mercury retrograde. Hey. Okay, I think y'all can see me now. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We're having outages. February has been crazy. We've got global warming and everything. I hope everybody is just I hope you're warm and safe somewhere and that you've been doing really really good. Hi. Hey. Okay. Awesome. All right. So maybe they can't. Oh, and now they can see me. Okay, great. Now we can all see each other. Yeah, like I was saying, I'd already I'm Markeia. Hi, Markeia McCarty. I narrate and host and story edit for Something Scary. Hello, all of you, my dark darlings. Oh, I love that we get to spend this time. Um, so since I had started previously when my Wi-Fi was like messing up, I did already light the candle, but this is to help us get rid of the negativity that we're drawing into this time. We're just banishing that away so we can have our spooky, scary time together. And also, happy Black History Month, everyone. I hope that you've learned a lot of new things for you. And yes, it is good to know Martin Luther King Jr. It is great to know what was it George Washington Carver and such and such. But hopefully, you got to know some new figures for you, like maybe Bessie Coleman. If you don't know who that is the first Black woman to get her pilot's license. She had to go all the way to France for that. Could not get that in the U.S. of A. at the time. For instance. Also, let me know what you have been doing for Black History Month. I rewatched Lovecraft Country. Oh, have y'all seen that? So good, so incredible. It took me a while to be able to rewatch the Tulsa, Oklahoma episode. I believe it's called 1942. I'm not great with knowing episode titles. I know shows like Lucifer. I know Lucifer. With Lovecraft Country, it's just so beautifully done. You know. Okay, so and those that haven't seen Lovecraft Country, see Lovecraft Country. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to try along with scary stories is I wanted to, along with us banishing out our negativity and focusing on the now that we have, I wanted to draw a card for everybody that's in chat right now, like some sort of kind of guidance or anything like that. For those that don't know, I stream a lot. You can find me on Twitch at Darth Markeia, or I'm usually on Hunters Entertainment, which is another company that I work with. And on Tuesday nights, we do a zombie show. It's a tabletop role playing game, Outbreak Undead. It's called Rag and Bone. And oh my gosh, it gets really it's like The Walking Dead, but super personal. So yeah, if y'all want to check that out sometime. And I do a lot of little tarot and spiritual things just all around. Just follow me on social media at Markeia McCarty, Instagram and Twitter, and I put stuff up there. So once again, hope everybody's doing okay with the scary weather that we had and the outages and hello 2021 just likes to put everything in a month. So let's go ahead and just pull a quick guidance card for everyone that's in the chat right now. And then we are going to jump into our spooky stories. What is the best guidance for everyone in chat right now. Ooh, okay. So if you can see this, I got the Chariot. All right. This deck is Modern Witch, which is an amazing deck. I heartily recommend. My friend and also writer on the show, Dennis Culver, ended up giving this to me for a birthday gift. So we got the Chariot. What this is talking about is like that thing that you're worried about doing. Go ahead and do it. Like full steam ahead, full throttle. And you can see here with this card like there's no ish given here. Like this person is out to grab everything that is destined for them. So that's the guidance that we're getting today, to just jump in and go for it. That thing that you're thinking of, it is time. And then also with that, we have a full moon in Virgo coming up on Saturday, which is all about cleaning up your house and setting things aside so that you can just jump into March, like leap into that March madness. So this is a fantastic card for us to have grabbed for this. And also just wanted to do a quick shout out to Pisces, because our Pisces season is right there. It's right there for us. And yeah, Pisces. So let's see here. Okay. And also, go ahead and make sure that you're listening to our new podcast, Astro Chat. It's about the characteristics of the signs and thinking about how that form informs the relationships that you have. So that is very cool. All right. So, and a lot of you seem like you really enjoyed Feline Fatale that we had like 2 weeks ago. Um, yeah. So we're actually going to start off the spooky story with a cat story that's inspired by that. And I let's see here. Oh, and if you haven't seen Feline Fatale yet, go ahead and see it. I think Razor Games is what dropped this week, and that is our horror story meets VR episode. So you can try that out, especially because I know a bunch of you are playing horror games. And I don't know, is anybody playing Phantasmagoria anymore? Like I played that back when it first came out, and it spooked the ish out of me. So hopefully you enjoy Razor Games as well. Okay, let's do a couple of shout outs and then we'll jump into our first spooky story. Let's see. Kip Tunu goes, you're so cool. You're cool. Thank you. Ethan Milan, I've been watching since 2016. Oh, excellent. Yeah. Wow. That's nice. OG. Yeah, keep it rolling. Grayson and Jake, you just got your shout out because you're like, can I get a shout out? And I love you and your vids. You just got your shout out, my person. Easy E edits. Hi, everyone. Happy Black History Month. Wonderful. Happy Black History Month. Yeah, I love that we have these heritage months where we can spotlight maybe cultures that we don't focus on as much. Like, and March is part of March, I believe, is National Deaf Month, along with Women's Month. And I believe after that in April, it's Pan Asian American Month, I believe. Go ahead and feel free to check me on that. But I love focusing on other cultures and being able to, find the spooky aspect of that because, oh, horror exists everywhere. And I just love seeing that in other cultures and bringing that over, which is probably another reason why I love Lovecraft Country so much. Oh my gosh, they've got an episode that happens in, I believe it's in Vietnam, and wow, it's amazing. Um, I am God 123. You just got your shout out. Big fan. Pumpkin Spice. You just got your shout out. Hi, I'm a big fan and I love you. Oh, y'all are amazing. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our first spooky story. This story has been submitted by Rachel. Thank you, Rachel, for this story. Hi, Markeia. Hope you and all the Snarled team are in good health. I watch and listen this week's scary stories, and I want to share mine. It's also about a cat, specifically my feline companions named Caramel and Liko. Last year, around November, I officially started my job as a civil servant at my local embassy. Even though it was only the next town over from my home, due to the COVID-19 situation, my parents and I thought it best if I rented an apartment so I wouldn't have to take the train from home to work. Luckily, I found a nice loft appointment that allowed pets. Thus, I could take my two cats with me. My female cat named Caramel and my female cat named Caramel is a Persian breed and more of a laid back type. Okay. Mm. While my male cat, named Liko, was a domestic cat breed and was more on the active side. At first, I didn't experience anything weird slash supernatural while living there. The area is very secure and full of CCTV, so it was very nice, even for a young woman who lived alone in a metropolitan city. On January, however, things started to get strange. My shower and sink often turned on by itself at night. I checked with the plumbing service, but they said that there wasn't any problem. My stuff kept moving around from its original position, like my phone, photo frames, books, and even my dining chairs. It always happened at night, so my cats were definitely not the culprits, since they always slept next to me on the bed throughout the night. One day, I think it was around January 14th or 15th, when I just got back from work and opened the door, both of my cats just ran straight outside. Stopping on the wall in front of my apartment door, they hissed simultaneously towards my apartment. That last one freaked me out, so I asked my little sister to stay over on the weekend. Since I only have one bed, she slept on the sofa bed I set up in the living room. She also had her things moved from the spot she had left them, but thought nothing of it at first. On the third weekend she was staying over, around January 30th, we had a movie marathon into the late night and decided to just crash on the sofa bed together. Around 3 a.m., we were woken up by loud noises from the cats. At first, we thought they were fighting with each other, but as we headed upstairs to the bedroom, we saw something traumatic. My cat, Liko, was biting and scratching the head of a tall, dark figure who definitely wasn't a human. From its dark grayish skin, unusually long arms and legs, hair that reached the floors, it was as tall as the ceiling. We couldn't see its face due to its long hair, but it let out a deep, growling sound as it tried to swat my cat from its head. My other cat, Caramel, was hissing and scratching one of its legs. My sister and I were frozen at first, but then the thing kicked Caramel so hard she went flying onto the bed. We screamed. I grabbed Liko while my sister grabbed Caramel, then we ran straight out. We took the emergency stairs and ran to the security office, telling him there was something in our room. They checked the CCTV installed outside of each apartment door and found that mine was wide open. Then, something like a dark shadow came out of the room and continued walking around the hallway. The security guard told us to stay there. He went up to my floor. We waited around 20, 25 minutes. He came back and said he had found nothing. My neighbors also didn't hear a sound, not even our screams. The security guard escorted us back to my apartment. We grabbed only our wallets and our phones. We took Caramel to the 24 hours vet clinic and phoned our parents about what had happened. Our parents picked us up there. The vet said Caramel was in shock and a bit in pain around the left side of her stomach, but overall was okay. She stayed at the clinic for the night. We picked her up the next day. We told the landlord what had happened, and backed up with the security guard testimony, I managed to cancel my lease. I moved out to a new one-bedroom apartment, and I didn't even spend the weekend there. My parents also came and had my apartment blessed before I moved in. Hope this story reaches you, Markeia. Sorry if it's a long one. Hope nobody has to experience what I went through, and I'll always, always be grateful for my felines for protecting me and my sister that day. Wow, Rachel. Obviously, your scary story reached me and reached all of us. I see that a number of people were sharing their own pet stories. Oh my gosh. You know what I am extremely proud of with you, Rachel, is that you were able to break your lease and move. All too often, people think that they need to stick things out, that I've signed the contract, I've signed the paper, I must stay here until whenever. It's like, no, there is always, like with the chariot, there's always a way to move on, to move forward. And I'm so glad that Caramel Lico, you and your sister are better. And then also, word of warning to all of us, have your place blessed or cleansed before you moved in. If you didn't and you've moved in already, bless it and cleanse it now. There's a lot of different things that you can do with protection stones, and also with candle magic, like for instance, black candles to help get rid of negativity. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Yeah, and I know that a number of you are always interested in what protection stones I've chosen for the stream. For this particular one, I chose, I don't know if you can see this, might be a little bit too glowy. Astro, this is astrophyllite. I don't know if you can kind of see it twinkle in there. This is basically an asteroid piece. Very, very cool. I don't know. It's very intergalactic with things, are very old school. Like I have Newite right here. I wonder if you can. This camera doesn't want to focus on things. All right. You can see the glimmer with it. This is one of the oldest stones that exists on Earth, and it also is a really great energy stone. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do a couple of shout outs. And also, I wanted to say thank you to our community for being so positive and also helping other people be positive as well. Some people are in different spaces than others, like, and very much appreciate y'all going ahead and keeping this a positive space for everyone. Thank you. So let's see here, some shout outs. Do, 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 do. Snowy Station 7, you just got, oh, Snowy Station 7, the Skull Crusher. You just got your shout out. Be like, I love your podcast. Thank you. Sid the Kid, all caps. Hi, OMFG. I love you so much. Love you. That's so cool. Yanitsa Vivanko. You just got your shout out, my person. I like your lipstick. Thank you. Yeah, I went old school with it. This is a techno pagan. It's a discontinued line though. So after this tube is done, it's done, but it felt like a special occasion. So I wanted to wear it for y'all. CM, you just got your shout out. Can you say hi to Camilla? Hello, Camilla. CM just wanted you to have a shout out, so now you both get your shout out. Artelica first, hi. You just got your shout out. Hello, Auntie Markeia. I missed you. It's literally been a year. So how's it going, Auntie? Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, time is weird. If someone tells me it's been a year, I'll be like, "Yep, it's been a year. It totally has been." Any way, shape, or form. It's going. It's going better. Unfortunately, I did have a family member that passed away from COVID complications, and you know, uh, have been dealing with that. So just stay safe, wear a mask, get vaccinated. Whenever your turn comes up, to for when that's possible. Sorry, I didn't know that I was gonna bring that up right now, but yeah, yeah. My cousin ended up passing complications of COVID, and not the first family member that we have lost, but I really, really hope is going to be the last to that particular disease. So all right, let's do a couple of other shout outs. Callie Doll, you just got your shout out. Hi Marquia, I love your hair and lipstick. Oh, thank you. Yeah, when I'm just hanging out with y'all, this this is what we do. So RJ Emerson, you just got your shout out because you're like, Marquia, can I please have a shout out? Yes, yes, you totally can. Oh, Paris LaFingers. You just got your shout out. Oh, I'm sorry, Paris Lee. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, she reads my story. Oh, 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 I hope I do too. I hope I do too. Oh my gosh. Um, Little girl, I don't know. You just got your shout out. This channel is for Queen Marquia and Queen Marquia only. You are a riot. I adore y'all. Shadow Hicks, you just got your shout out. Your voice is calming, Marquia. Sorry if I spelled your name wrong. Oh, it's fine. I know who y'all mean. It's Markeia. And for those of you that want to submit stories, make sure to email them to us, somethingscary@snarled.com. And the whole point of that is that there is a form to fill out. So that's the way that we have to take story submissions. I know that a number of you have messaged me on Instagram, and also thank you so much for those of you that reach out with like positive things that have happened in your day, or like a new crystal that you've discovered and you just want to let me know about it. I really appreciate that. So y'all are very awesome. It's like we have horror and we have the occult, and they're two great tastes that taste great together. So we want another spooky story, don't we? I mean, I know I do. So let's see if we can do a ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. This one, all these stories, I only glance over them because I want to discover them along with you. Y'all already know this. Um, so this one, I see a couple of things that are jumping out, and I'm like, ooh, this seems like this is based on true events. Don't we just love those? Okay. So this one is from Remy, Remi. My name is Remy, and this is my story. It's a short story that happened pretty recently. Me and my younger cousin went over to his mom's new house. She had been in rehab and had to get her stuff together one way or another. So, some rich guy offered to help her pay for a house if she would do the repairs. So, her and her boyfriend moved in. The setting of the house was deep in the woods. It was a small house with a bunch of different sheds outside, a little creek down into the woods with some alligators in them. Ooh, I wonder if this is in Florida. And thick rolls of dirt everywhere that looked as if something was just under the dirt. Me and my cousin enjoyed exploring the house, and we were done We explored the sheds and then went into the woods to explore some more. I've always been the type to like going outdoors. We walked in fairly deep. You could still see the house, but just barely. As we were walking, I noticed something weird, a glass container with something in it. It was black and red, seemed to be shriveled up. We wondered what it was, and my cousin had the great idea of, well, let's break it and find out what's inside. So he went throwing it against the rocks, throwing it against the trees, but it wouldn't break. We tried for a good 30 minutes before giving up. We then proceeded to take a stick, and since the thing didn't have a top on it, we poke it with the stick. And the texture of it was so awful. It was the worst thing I've ever felt. I don't even know where to begin with describing it, but I'm going to try. It was like when you get really stringy chicken mixed with a dried up orange and a feeling similar to how I imagine intestines would feel. I thought about what this could be. And then we turned the thing over, and all of a sudden, it hit me exactly what it was that we were looking at, what we had been playing with this entire time. It was an animal's heart. I gasped. I looked at my cousin with a shocked expression. He asked me what was wrong. And seeing as I'm a teen and he's a preteen, we didn't know much about hearts, but from the pictures I had seen, this tube like thing attaches to your heart. And that was there, the valve. I pointed it out, and his face dropped. We both realized at the same time. We have done so much stuff, and I can send more stories about creepy things that have happened to us if you like this one. We decided to take it to my aunt's boyfriend. We showed it to him, but after hearing what it was, he refused to look at it or to even get close to it. Shivering, he looked scared and he was shaking his head. He said, "Put it back, leave it alone." But we didn't listen. We did take it out to the woods and we tried smashing it again. All of a sudden, this time, it worked. It was a random heart that had been laying on the ground, surrounded by glass. My cousin then thought, do you think someone was doing black magic or something and maybe we just unleashed a curse? I told my cousin, well, I guess we're going to find out. We do believe in this stuff, but we didn't really think it could happen to us. Not a good way to think, but it was the way we thought at the time. We heard my aunt calling us, and as she went to the store, she had been at the store this whole time and had just gotten back. We walked over to her, started helping with the groceries, and when we had finished with all of them, we told her, you know, "Look, I don't," well, she told us, "Look, I don't want y'all messing around with anything around here." She sounded genuinely scared. We asked her what was wrong, and she told us that, I won't say much, just that these grounds used to be slave quarters, and people are buried all underneath us. We've already had to bless this house once, and now we'll have to do it again. Me and my cousin looked at each other, a bit confused by what we had just heard, but also shocked. I'm a psychic, an empath to be exact. What this means is that I feel vibes of places and people, and I had been in a gloomy mood ever since we had walked on these lands and into those woods and into that house. So everything that had just been said to me felt just clarified my reason to feel this way. I told them what I had felt. We talked about cleansing ceremonies since there was so much history here, so much dark energy that had happened to these poor people. Since then, I haven't really spoken to my aunt. My cousin still lives with his grandma, but neither one of us have really gone back. I really do hope that there's no curses or anything on that house, seeing as my aunt has had enough of a hard time already. Wow. So that is something to definitely consider. I don't know if any of y'all have been on a plantation before, or any areas like that, but it is very insensitive for individuals that still live in those plantations to then hold social events, um, for the simple fact that there's so much history and everything on that land that with those huge social events that you're inviting people over, it's really who is it that you're planning on actually being there? And who is okay with, say, holding a wedding or something on the same grounds and lands, and that energy is palpable there. That same grounds and lands that so many horrific and traumatic things have happened to so many other people. It's, well, it's Black History Month, so that was actually a pretty good story and thought for us to have. Um, let's do a couple of shout outs. The Messed Up Minds, you just got your shout out and you said, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, the Dark Game Plays, you just got your shout out. It's been long for me seeing my bestie, and oh my God, are you okay? I am. Thank you. Well, everything's a healing process, right? Everything is a healing process. So, thank you. And let's see. Alexis Rose, you just got your shout out. I've been watching for a long time. Oh, excellent. Great. Love OG people. Silent AL3X1 S, you just got your shout out. I am sad. I never get shout outs. Well, you just got yours. Okay, so let's go ahead and do one more. Let's go ahead and do one more spooky story. Okay, so this one is one that someone has made for us. But remember what I say, every spooky story, even the ones that you think are 100% made up, have a kernel of truth in them. Something sparked that inspiration. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do this one. This one is from Casey. Thank you, Casey. Hi, my name is Casey. I'm a huge fan of the horror genre, and I was hoping to share one of my stories. So, here it goes. Lily could hear the Halloween music downstairs from her dark, empty room. She was so sad to be sick on her favorite holiday. She was miserable, coughing and sneezing and dreading being sick. As the hours went by, she finally heard a knock at her door. Come in, she said weakly. The door opened. It was her uncle, Jay. Hey, little Lily, he smiled at her. Little Lily was her nickname her uncle gave her. Guess what? I'm going to scare everyone downstairs. Do you want to see my costume? He smiled. Lily nodded her head quickly. Okay, but you have to promise not to be scared. Lily promised. She never broke a promise. He closed the door, and Lily waited. 5 minutes later, the music stopped. It was silent. She looked around her room, stopping at the doorway. A dark shadow on all fours sat there, staring at her. She giggled, knowing it was Uncle Jay, but then it moved toward her. It moved in a way no human could, twisting its arms and legs. Lily could see little bits of its face, melted with no eyes, its mouth in a twisted grin. She was terrified. She whimpered a bit, letting Uncle Jay know she was scared. Then she heard the knock. Hey, little Lily, do you want to see the costume now? Don't be scared. It was Uncle Jay. The last thing she heard was her own screams and the knocking on the door. Casey, that was a wonderful short story. That, yeah, I think I just saw in chat that was freaky. Yes, meme lord, that was freaky. That was wonderful. Casey, Remy, and Rachel, who I've read stories from today, if you would like to submit more stories, please do. These are wonderful stories. And I know that the chat today definitely appreciated them. So let's go ahead and do a couple of more shout outs. Remember, our tarot card that we chose for today was the Chariot. So do that thing that you have been waiting to do, that you're just like, oh, I would do this, but there's another episode of WandaVision on and I'll do it after that. Or it's like, oh, I would do this, but maybe I just want to sit here and play a game for a while. All of those are okay, but still do the thing that you are thinking about. March is a perfect month to leap forward and do that. So let's go ahead and get some more shout outs. Gabby underscore plays Roblox. You just got your shout out. Um, let's see. Terror Bear, you just got your shout out. Oh, wait, there was a birthday one. Um, Aladi Miji Kids. You just got your shout out, my person. You say, can I get a birthday shout out? Heck yes, you can. Happy birthday to you. And I hope it's going really, really well for you. Okay, so other things, go ahead and follow me on social media at Markeia McCarty. That's Twitter and Instagram. If you want to check me out on Twitch, it's Darth Markeia. And the way you spell Markeia is Markeia. So yeah, go ahead and tweet me and send me some horror stuff. Like, we're always looking for more spooky inspirations. If you want to submit a story, then that's something scary at snarled.com. If you just want to point me to a spooky horror article, then just like tweet it at me, like tag me and stuff. So that'd be real cool. I'm always looking for more things. I'm so excited for the upcoming podcast that we have going for y'all too, because we are going to be dealing with some more spooky inspirations in different places. Is basically what's coming around the the bend for you. Jada Evans, you just got your shout outs. You're like, oh, shout me out, please. Your cute child, you just got your shout out. It's like, oh, so we need Twitter. Okay. Uh, all right, everyone. Okay, so that's going to be what we are doing for today. Andrew Jones, you just got your shout out. I love you and love your videos. Greetings from Jamaica. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, what's your time zone right now? Oh, I hope 3 p.m. PT works for people. All right. So, everyone, really, really hope that you are having a good rest of your day. Remember to stay safe. We do this monthly. If y'all feel strongly about having it happen more than that, or if you want to see like different things besides spooky stories, a little bit of tarot and a little bit of crystals, let us know, like in our community tab and stuff. So, otherwise than that, I just want everyone to stay safe and stay warm. And above all else, of course, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.